Hi guys, thank you for stopping by to check out this video. My name is Lulame and this is just a channel where I talk about hair, thrifting and just general health stuff. Can I just say welcome to all the new subscribers. So happy to have you on board and thank you so much for the support and very interesting discussions that we've been having on some of the videos. So yeah, great to have you on board. Alright, so today's video is actually going to be about keeping moisture in your hair or curing dry hair. Alright, now dry hair is something that a lot of people suffer from, especially when you've got curly hair. And today I've got 5 very simple things, simple, easy, not that complicated things that you can do to make sure that your hair is beautifully moisturized and healthy. Okay. By the way, moisture is part of it. So sometimes your hair is dry and it needs moisture, and sometimes your hair is breaking and it needs protein. Okay, but today we're going to focus on the moisture side of it, since that has been a big problem for myself. And I'm sure some of you guys have also had the drama. Okay, so without further ado, the first thing on my little list is the fact that your hair loves moisture. Your hair needs moisture. That's why it's dry. Now, what is moisture? Well, some good old-fashioned water is the best moisture you could actually ever have for anything. So if your hair is dry, water is the simplest, easiest thing. I actually just literally have a bottle of water, and every morning when I get out of bed, I just spritz my hair, right, just to get it moist. And you can actually see when the water gets onto it, it sort of comes alive. And I like to think of my hair like a plant. I know it's a bit weird, but if you see the difference when you water a plant on a regular basis, just giving it water, it comes alive, it softens, it's not dry and brittle anymore. And also, actually drinking water is a really good thing, not just for your hair, but for your skin and just your general health, because majority of our body is actually made of water. And if you live somewhere where it's really hot, you probably lose a lot of that moisture anyway. Now, okay, so number 1, water. Also, water. Lots of water. Moisturizing, just spritzing your hair. And I know that can be hard if you've got your hair pressed and it's like in a straight style. That can be tricky. But I'm of the belief that the more natural your hair is, the healthier it will be anyway. Alright, so the second thing on my list is keeping your hair clean, right? So there's this misconception that if I wash my hair too much, it'll become dry. Now that's not necessarily true. Washing your hair is a great idea because it clears all the dead skin cells, right? And you don't want something that's too harsh. You want something that's gentle, but that will gently cleanse your scalp and the actual hair itself, because let's be honest, if you're walking around doing stuff, there's particles, there's all sorts of things that are just going to be drawn to your hair, and you just want to cleanse it on a regular basis. For me, it's at least twice a week that I wash my hair, and I found this wonderful shampoo, shampoo and conditioner. I just use these two. They're I'm pretty sure not that you can see. There you go. So it's quite a natural product. Any natural product really will do the job, or just really good quality shampoo and conditioner for dry hair, something that's not too stripping. Paul Mitchell has great range for dry hair. It's the moisture shampoo and leave-in conditioner. Right, so you wash your hair and you wash it with water, shampoo, you condition it. So now there's moisture in your hair because your hair is literally wet. Right, which is great. It's clean, it's moist. the next thing is to actually seal in the moisture. So back to my little analogy with the plants. When you water your plants and you're looking after them and you're doing all that, something that you might do to stop the moisture from evaporating too quickly is to put mulch on top of the soil. Now this mulch creates a barrier between the actual soil where the plants are growing and, you know, evaporation. So with your hair, same thing. You've moisturized it, you've put in the nice conditioners, and maybe you've put in a leave-in conditioner as well. Now you want to seal in that moisture. So that's step number 3, seal in the conditioner. And you do that with oils. I recommend just using liquid oils, not necessarily the grease hard oils. I'm not a big fan of that. If that works for you, that's fantastic, but I personally don't like the idea of something solid, you know, like a solid oil in my locks. So I like to use coconut oil, and you can get coconut oil just from the supermarket, and I love to use the raw organic coconut oil, and I have turned it into a little way to treat myself, so I feel just a little bit pampered every time I moisturize my hair. And I put it in this little you know what it is, it's a sugar container thing. So this is where I keep my coconut oil, and I use this little thing to scoop it up, and I put it on my hair, just a little small amount. And coconut oil is great because it actually melts, right, and it becomes liquid at room temperature. Another great oil to use is jojoba oil. It's the one spelt with the J, jojoba oil. It's fantastic because it actually mimics your natural oil that's produced by your skin. So a lot of us have dry hair because our hair is curly, and the oil that's produced on our scalp has to travel in like a spiral motion to actually get to the end. So a lot of the time, if your hair is really, really, really curly, the oil doesn't have like just a straight path to just go down and cover the hair shaft. So jojoba oil mimics your natural oil. It's the closest one to the natural oil that you produce. So sometimes I use coconut oil, sometimes I use jojoba oil, and I just run it through all the way to the ends, especially the ends, because they're the ones that that's the end is the oldest part of your hair, and it's usually the part that doesn't get as much moisture because it's further away from your scalp, which is where your natural oil is produced. So you water, clean your hair, seal in the moisture, and then the next thing is actually protecting your hair. So it's all very well and good to do all that stuff, but then if you're not making sure that your hair is actually protected from the elements, some of that moisture and even the oils can still be sucked out of your hair. Now this happens anyway when we're walking around, you know, and just doing whatever it is we're doing. If you wear a lot of hats, just be mindful of the type of hats that you wear, because cotton absorbs moisture very, very, very well, which is good for some things, not good if you're trying to keep moisture in your hair. So let me show you what I do at night. I actually wrap my hair with a satin or silk scarf, but sometimes I just want my hair to breathe a little bit and I don't want it all wrapped up. So what I've actually done is, instead of buying a silk or satin pillowcase, right? I mean, I could and I probably will eventually, but for now, it's just a little bit economical for me to just get a scarf, right, and tie it around my pillowcase. So this is what I've just done, 2 knots, right, and there you go, silk scarf. And this is actually really good for your skin as well. So if you've got like a silk or satin pillowcase, when you sleep, you're not getting as much friction between your face and your hair and the cotton cover, which is really good. It will, like, since I've been using that, I haven't woken up with my face all scrunched up because I've been sleeping on, you know, cotton. All right, so that's number 4. Protect your hair whenever you can, especially whilst you sleep. Okay, and the last one, number 5, is, it's a little bit corny, but hey, it's true, and I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't say this. Number 5 is actually learn to love your hair. All right, now love your hair. It's your hair. It's the hair that you were given, the hair that you were born with. Embrace it and love it. And the more you love something, the more inclined you are to look after it. And okay, this is the last plant analogy. I'm sorry, you guys. I keep going back to the plants. Maybe it's because I love plants. Even with plants, people say if you talk to your plants, that loving and that nurturing approach that you have towards your plants, when you look after them, make sure they've got enough fertilizer, they're in the sun. Do the same with your hair. If you hate something, chances of you looking after it properly with love and care are not as high as if you really cherish it and think of it as something precious. So that's the last thing. Love your hair. Love your hair. And the more you love it, the more it will respond, like the more likely you are to actually look after it. Okay, right? We've all got favorite things, and we look after them really, really well because we cherish them. So I'll just recap the 5 things. Number 1, moisturize. And by moisturize, hey, there's no better moisturizer than H2O. Drink it, spritz it in your hair, just to give it that little moisture boost. And again, think of the dead plant when it's got no water and it's like hanging like this. And then it rains or there's a little bit of water and voila, it becomes alive. And then the next thing is make sure your hair is clean, because, you know, it's just so much better for the actual living cells on your scalp to get all this good stuff that you're putting in. If it's dirty, it's only going onto the dead skin cells and all the other debris that you've picked up during the day. So cleanse, wash, keep it clean. And number 3, seal in your moisture. You can use coconut oil, you can use jojoba oil, you can even use castor oil, which I have been using. It is amazing, and it's actually helping my hair grow in a way that I never thought would. And then the next thing is protect your hair. So wrap your hair at night, use a silk satin. And also another thing I forgot, when it comes to washing your hair, this also applies to protecting your hair as well. When you're drying your hair, don't dry it with a towel, okay? Because a towel will cause friction, and again, most towels are made of cotton, which is super absorbent. You want something that is not going to leave lint in your hair or cause too much friction. And I've found t-shirt material is fantastic for that. So this is actually what I use to dry my hair now. No lint, and it's really, really smooth. And I don't do this, I just blot. Okay, so blotting your hair and just being very gentle with it. And obviously the last part is loving your hair. Look after your hair, and just see how it'll thrive. Love it and appreciate it, and just love it, because it's what you've got, right? And trust me, it's a lot cheaper than the alternative. You know, if you don't look after your hair, if you don't love it, you might find yourself being very frustrated and actually causing damage to your own hair because you're trying to replace it with something else. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please rate, comment, subscribe. If you guys would like to see more of these sorts of videos, please let me know. Yeah, and welcome to all the new subscribers again. Thank you so much. And by the way, yeah, I'll tell you more about these in another video. So guys, take it easy, and thanks for stopping by.